Gaslighting isn't just lying, it's psychological warfare. It's how narcissists twist your truth, make you question your sanity, and slowly take control. In this video, you'll learn what gaslighting really is, how to spot it fast, and most importantly, how to shut it down before it breaks you. Gaslighting is a powerful form of emotional manipulation where a person makes someone question their perception, memory, or even their sanity. The term comes from the 1944 film Gaslight, in which a husband secretly dims the gas lights in his home and convinces his wife that she is imagining the change. Over time, she begins to doubt her own senses and judgment, exactly what real-life gaslighters aim to achieve. In real life, gaslighting is most often used by narcissists, abusers, and toxic individuals who want to gain control. By constantly challenging your version of reality, they aim to make you feel dependent on them. If you cannot trust yourself, you will begin to trust them, no matter how wrong or manipulative they are. Gaslighters rarely come out and say what they are doing. Instead, they use subtle, repetitive phrases that chip away at your confidence. Here are some of the most common. You are too sensitive. This makes you question your emotional reactions, even if they are totally valid. That never happened. This is pure denial, meant to make you doubt your memory. You are imagining things. Another tactic to make you feel unstable and unsure of what is real. You are overreacting. This minimizes your feelings and makes you feel guilty for expressing them. These phrases are often said casually, even with a smile, but over time, they plant deep seeds of self-doubt. Narcissists gaslight for one reason: control. They do not want to take responsibility for their actions, so they twist the truth until you start believing that the problem is you. By shifting the blame and keeping you off balance, they avoid accountability. Gaslighting also gives them power. When you are confused, isolated, and uncertain, you are easier to manipulate. Narcissists thrive when you look to them for answers, for reality, for validation. If they can make you doubt yourself, they can make you dependent on them. And that is exactly where they want you. Gaslighting is not always obvious at first. It creeps in slowly, but over time, you may notice these signs. You constantly second-guess yourself. You are unsure whether what you saw or felt was even real. You apologize all the time. Even when you are not wrong, you feel the need to say sorry just to keep the peace. You feel confused or crazy around one particular person. You may be clear-headed with others, but around them, you feel foggy or anxious. You make excuses for their behavior. You defend them to your friends or family, even when you know something is not right. Gaslighting is not just manipulation, it is psychological abuse that can deeply affect your mental health. One of the most damaging effects is the erosion of self-trust. When someone repeatedly tells you that your thoughts, feelings, or memories are wrong, you start to believe them. Over time, you lose confidence in your ability to think clearly or make decisions. This constant emotional manipulation can lead to increased anxiety, depression, and emotional numbness. You may feel on edge all the time, unsure of how the gaslighter will react, or you may emotionally shut down to protect yourself from constant confusion and pain. Gaslighters often isolate their victims, either directly or indirectly. You may start to feel cut off from your support system, especially if the gaslighter convinces you that your friends and family cannot be trusted. Worst of all, many victims develop learned helplessness, a mental state where you feel like there is no escape, no matter what you do. This is exactly where the abuser wants you to be. The first step to fighting gaslighting is to trust your inner voice again. Start by documenting conversations, especially when something feels off. Write down what was said, how it made you feel, and why it matters. Having a written record can help you reconnect with reality when your memory is being challenged. Next, set firm boundaries. Do not argue with someone who refuses to see your truth. It only fuels the manipulation. Instead, calmly state your boundary and walk away if they continue to push. A powerful tactic is the gray rock method, where you become emotionally unresponsive, like a dull gray rock. This denies the gaslighter the emotional reactions they crave, making you less fun to manipulate. Most importantly, build a strong support system. Talk to a therapist, connect with trusted friends, or find online communities that understand gaslighting and narcissistic abuse. These people can help you validate your own reality and remind you that you are not alone. There comes a point where healing is only possible through distance. If gaslighting becomes a repeated pattern and not a one-time mistake, it is a clear sign of emotional abuse. When someone refuses to take responsibility for how they hurt you, when there is zero accountability or remorse, it means they do not plan to change. Most importantly, if your mental health is suffering, you owe it to yourself to walk away. Your peace, your clarity, and your truth are worth far more than staying in a relationship that slowly breaks you down. Gaslighting only works when you forget who you are. Trust your gut. Trust your truth. If this helped you spot the signs, hit like, and do not forget to subscribe. We are here to break cycles and reclaim control together.